Here's the half throttle. Half throttle, half. This is gonna fly. Alright, I have tested my DR10. Here is the beautiful car, and I have found that, well, one, I'm not very good at driving it, but I need practice. However, the motor in this is just not up to the task. So what I plan to do today is two things. One, replace the motor in ESC, and the other thing is to stiffen up the diff so one wheel doesn't spin faster than the other. So I'm going to make this video. It's a new format, and I do a lot of work on cars, so I thought, hey, maybe I should start filming some of the work I do. So that's what we're doing today, and we're going to do it with the DR10, and we'll see how this goes. And I might do an Optima build video after in several parts, because that's going to take me a while. Alright guys, let's get started. So first thing I want to do, move my coffee, to show the motor. So the motor is a 5.5 turn Hobbywing XE run. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but I bought this motor for my TO06 when I used to race at the track, and I used it one day. So this is actually quite old. I think I bought this back in 2012, 2013, I don't know. Quite a while ago. It's about 10 years old, but it was used one day. It does have a bit of road rash on it from that one day in use. Extremely fast. I think it should be good for drag racing. So I'll just put that there. And the other part I got is the ESC. So I didn't go all out. I'm having trouble buying parts. I actually have 2 motors and 2 ESCs on order. So some things take a while to get here. Now I do have other stuff around. I was thinking about putting XR8, Hobbywing XR8 ESC and a 550 1/8 scale motor on it that I have on one of my monster trucks. I might do that. I got some new RTW. Nice purple. I thought I ordered orange. But anyway, purple body pins. I'll use those for something. Just throw that on the desk. Oh, you get the receipt. And here is the ESC. I'm going to put a quick run. That's really showing up there. A quick run. 10 BL120 censored. So these are pretty good. They run about, I guess in US dollars, about $50. I have, I don't know, a dozen of them, and other cars are half dozen. They're pretty good. I have been going with the stock ESCs on a few builds, as they're a bit cheaper and I don't really need 120 amps. But for the drag car, I think 120 amps will work well. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use this motor. So all we got to do is disassemble the car. Pull the body off. I don't have a lot of space. My desk is slightly disorganized. As you can see, this car is huge. So we'll just pull these lovely clips. Love these clips. And we'll put them somewhere. We hope they don't get lost. We'll pull off the body. Slightly damaged. And here we have our car. So, everything we gotta do is in the back end. And I have no idea what I'm doing. So I gotta look at the instruction manual. Let's pull the wheels off this. Don't really need those on. Put them safely over there. That's one wheel. Alright, let's wipe that down a little bit. This stuff smells like hard alcohol. Maybe we'll use these ones. Wet wipes. The hobbyist secret weapon. This is how I clean all my cars if I get around to cleaning them. Do everything with alcohol. Actually, the ones with soap actually work better on some things, but alcohol is always good. It should drop right out the other side. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, we got the motor. Now let's unhook it from the ESC. Take it out of there. There we go. 3300 kV. Not a bad motor. Just not quite quick enough. Feels nice. You really need a brushed ESC with these. So let's take the pinion off that. We'll reuse the pinion. I'm not going to do any mods with the gears today. The gearing. There we go. So, we're not going to just put the new motor on right away because I want to see how to get into that diff. Let's just set them on that. There we go. So, 2 days use. Well, not even 2 battery packs use. Like about 1 battery pack's use in that, so that might be useful in something. Maybe a monster truck. Alright, we'll just set that over there. Get our car back. Maybe we'll do a little bit more cleaning while we're in there. Look at that. Nice. Clean that all out. Dusty. Burning rubber. Alright. So the diff, to get at the diff, I guess we have to take the whole thing apart. Maybe that cover comes off. On the back, maybe that lets me into the diff. So I gotta take all these frame pieces off both sides, and then this kind of motor protector, which this is attached to. I hope I don't have to take that off. I think I can leave that attached. No, looks like I gotta take that off too. Oh, maybe I can leave that attached. Take this off, and then I should be able to pull those off. Ah, it's a real adventure. Alright, so that's all. this frame will stay attached to the shock tower, and I should be able to take out these two, take off the arms. Let's see. Let's turn it up on the side. We can actually pull those off now, but it's still not loose. I think, let's see, can I look in there? I think these two screws in here, right in through the top there, screws right there, I think taking those two out will be the last step. Alright, there are more pieces than I thought. So let's turn that over and get our screws out. And get one of them out. I'll only get one. And let's put those there. The other one's kind of jammed in there. Yeah, maybe we'll pull the arms off. I have a feeling I'm doing things backwards here. Let's take that plate off the back. I didn't have to take the back piece off. Alright, so discovered something. Let's turn this around. Didn't need to take the end piece off, so we'll put that back on. And it goes on this way. We'll just put that back together, because I don't think we need to have that off. Aha, there we go, got it. So don't even need to take this, well, it won't slide out. So you need to take the bottom plate off. You need to undo all the bolts and you can pull it out, and there's the rest of the chassis. So let's set that down, and we'll set this somewhere else. Now I have some screws here. I forget where they go. I'll put them there. Let's set that out of the way. Let's take our cleaning supplies. Let's clean that off a little bit. Alright. So I want to get inside here, and I want to have a look at the diff. I'm just going to turn this light out. Alright, makes things easier to see. So I want to have a look at this diff, and I want to stiffen it up. It doesn't seem to be, oh man, there's nothing on that. So let's open that up. Voila! We have it open. Lots of nylon gears. This one's metal, but these are nylon. Man, there's almost no grease in there. I think I'll add some more grease. These are pretty dry. I don't know if that's going to focus in that close, but these are pretty dry. Well, you can leave that there. Here is the gear diff. I have no idea what's inside. Take out these 4 screws on the front and we'll find out. Now there's nothing wrong with this. I just want to make it stiffer. So there's a couple ways I can do that. But I want to look inside before I decide what I'm going to do. Oh, they are metal gears. I was worried. Someone told me online I should put metal gears in on Facebook, but they are metal gears. Awesome. So that is a good sign, and it doesn't appear they hold any fluid. They got a seal for putting diff fluid in, but I don't know if you can see that, but nothing's coming out. I'm pouring. So, doesn't look like there's any fluid in it. A little bit of grease. Oh my god. There's almost no grease in there. Almost none. No wonder the diffs are loose. So, what are we going to do? We could put... It has a seal around the edge. So I could put diff fluid in. Make a fluid diff. I think that will actually work because it comes with the seal. The seal looks good. Or I could put diff putty in there. So diff putty will lock this up quite a bit. So now that I get the diff open, I have several options. I have this Tamiya TRF 600 weight diff oil. I have this Tamiya gear differential putty, and I'll take that out to briefly show you. It's actually a gummy sticky goo. Alright. And I have some good old high pressure grease. So, what should I do with this diff? I'm not sure. 600 weight, it seems like it would still move quite a bit. I mean, I could pour the diff oil in there and see what happens, and then feel it. This putty will lock it up. This will gum it up a lot, which will make it much less diffy. So, I gotta decide. I think I'll have a drink of my Irish coffee. Top of the morning to you. And have a think. But no oil in this diff. That's just not. It's not what I expected. And the bare minimum grease. So if you guys buy a DR10, do something about this. That, if you're running it a lot with that little grease in it, you're just going to wear these gears out. Now I have spare gears, so that wouldn't be too big of a deal, but I'm going to put the diff oil in. I want to see what it feels like, and if I don't like it, I am going to put the putty in. So first step, diff oil. So I guess I could take that and clean all the grease out, but nah. I'm just going to add diff oil. So I hope the seal is sealed. Let's see what happens. Just pour it in there. Get it kind of full. Let's turn it. Let it slosh around. We'll put in a little bit more. There we go. That looks like enough. Now, this is going to be a little bit messy. Yeah, that should be a good seal. Now, let's see what it feels like. I guess I need to throw that away. Oh, that's sticky oil. Oh, I want the other one. Not sure. We'll try it with that. We'll keep that. This Diff Oil is pretty good. It's 600 weight. I think it's not too bad. I've had that for a while. I used to use it in my track car. Just grease works fine, especially if you don't have seals on your diff. And this stuff, I usually put it in trucks. This really binds up. This really binds up your diff. So you can make it almost like you have none. I kind of want some. So I think we'll use the fluid. So that's together. Oh, let's add some grease in there, because that's just dry as well. What shall we do? Let's use, we're going to use Tamiya's ceramic grease. I find this stuff is good. Gonna run some grease. Not too much, but I'll throw in some. Run some grease around. This one's getting low. Oops, I'm making a mess here. Let's work smart instead of working hard. That should be good. Not bad. Oh, that's nice. Alright, let's slide that together. Alright, assembled. See how that feels when it's all together. Still feels kind of loose. Well, we'll see. I'm no pro at drag racing. Maybe I need more diff. We'll see if that helps. If it doesn't, we know how to take it apart. Alright, put that down. Now, we need to put that back in the car. Here's the car. Now, it's only been a few minutes, but do I remember how to do it? Who knows? Let's see. Oh, there's little lips. That's all it was holding it. I see. I see why it wouldn't come out before. Alright. Let's put the bones in. There we go. And the bottom one's there. So, let's turn this off. So these upper frame pieces, they kind of clasp right in there. So you just spread them and it pulls out. It's pretty good. Alright, so what to do first? I think we'll put those screws in. And those screws have round tops. And those screws are somewhere. Which screws were which? Okay, these all go in the bottom. Now let's do the bottom first. Make sure your dog bones are in. Alright, let's put the wheelie bar back on, I guess. Or we can install the motor. Install the motor now, we don't have that big bar in the way. Shouldn't be any problem to install the motor first. Should slide on. Yeah, let's install the motor. Motor, where did I put you? There we are. So our hobby wing, XC run 5.5. Let's see. Let me put that in. That's probably exactly how we want it. Let's get a little Loctite. I like to Loctite this stuff. Well, not Loctite. Let's get a little Tamiya thread locker. And we'll find, I think we left some in the, there we are. And our screws. Let's throw a little thread lock on each of them. Let it dry a little bit. Should be all right. So the sensor goes here. So it's like that. Sensor wires. It should be a little bit on an angle. Let's see. That should work, actually. I'll put it on a bit of an angle. I'll keep that sensor wire out of the way. Let's use that one. Hand thread it. Let's use that one. Oops. Yeah. The Just hand thread those together. And then boom, 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 boom. Very light. And a boom, 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 boom. There. So that should be good. A little angle on the back. Little angle. Sensor up there. If it's straight, the sensor wire is going to be all in amongst this shit. So, all in amongst this stuff. So we'll put the sensor wire over. That'll work. That looks pretty good. Nice blue. So that's loose. Hand slide it. And I did that because we got to put on the pinion. Find something to set in here. There. And here's our pinion. Flat side. Boom. I think that's pretty good. Looks good. Now, check the mesh, super tight. Back it off just a little bit. Bottom one first. I gotta check it under my light. Oops. Try to put that on camera. That looks perfect. Alright. Let's tighten everything up really tight. Done. So we get all that back together. So we got our motor in. Alright, so we got to get rid of this ESC. I'm going to put the wheels back on so I don't put too much pressure on the wheelie bar. So find my wheels. And I don't know which direction they were going. I think this one goes here, yeah. There's our hobby wing. Quick run. And we need to put connectors on it. Alright, so I have put in the ESC. It's really tight with the wires on the quick run. Very, very tight. So I just kind of pushed on the plastic and shoved it in. I think that's how it's going to have to be if I want to keep this angle. On my motor, my ESC is going to have to go that way, or I'm going to have to route wires not through the center. And I'd rather go through the center. I'd rather be like that. So C, let's see what the, so A is blue, alright, on this one, so that will reach. B is yellow, and C is orange. Yeah, so this setup will work. It's just a little concerning that the wires are so jammed in. That'll reach my receiver, but I gotta do some soldering, and I don't want to do right now. I'm gonna take a break because I don't really want to do soldering at the moment. I want to have lunch, so we'll see. So I gotta solder connectors for these bullet connectors, and then the ESC is installed and we've successfully upgraded. Now the diff has a lot more resistance in it, but still pretty light. That feels pretty good. And okay, so that's all for now. I'm gonna solder it up now, and we'll take a look at it and see if it works when I'm done. Alright, I got my soldering station fired up here. Try to clean the tip off a little bit. Alright, let's set that down. Get us some solder. Get us some flux. And we got us some connectors. So we gotta, well, let's go with blue. Let's put a little flux on that. There we go. Let's set her in that way. Alright, so we got our first connector in. And solder. Now, let's get our wire ready. That should be pretty good. All set together. A bit of solder. Heat this up. Might add a little more on the tip here. Perfect. That looks pretty good. Not a bad job. We'll show that to the camera. Pretty good, I must say. Alright, let's do the yellow one. Not perfect. Good enough. Alright, so we got 3 connectors soldered on. Kind of at various angles, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now let's do this one. I'm just going to dip those. There we go. So we'll do positive first. Move that over. Don't forget the shrink heat wrap stuff. I'll put that on. So I'm going to take some solder and drop it in here first. Just a little. There. Now, take the positive. Let's heat that up. Alright, slid right in there. Let's add a little bit more solder to that. Don't want too much solder, but... Ow! The weight. Okay, let's try that again. Alright. Not bad. You can see that on camera. Not bad. So if you're wondering what soldering iron I use a Weller. You can see it there. Weller. Weller is the way to go. Weller is the way to go. It's not a bad soldering station. I, for years, used bad soldering stations. And some of my other cars, the soldering jobs are terrible. But that's nice. That's better than Tommy RC. Shots fired. Alright, got the lighter now. Let's put the lighter on it. Nice. Well done. Alright. So we're finished with that. Take our battery in. Time to test this out. Turn our controller on. There we go. Let's plug our battery in. There we go. Lift it off the table. Alright. Oh, I forget. Ooh. Forgot to put the BEC thingy. Alright, we gotta put that on in a second. Alright, let's leave that there. Let's see. This is gonna be fast. This is gonna be so fast. Look at the balloon. I don't know if I can hold it still. Oh my god! I'll put that up close. This is about half throttle. Oops. Oops, something went wrong. Oh, look at that. Those came off. So I'm gonna have to definitely tighten those up. But let's look at this. This is about half throttle. Half throttle. Oh my God. So, right now, at this moment, I am too nervous to give it full throttle. I have a feeling I'm gonna blow these tires apart. So on 3S, with the stock ESC and motor, it wouldn't balloon the tires, just a little bit. So this is way, way faster. So let's get it outside and see if it works. Oh, it's already better with the new diff. See, it doesn't pull sideways when you take off. A little bit. Better. Not the ideal place because it's so dark. But let's see what happens. Alright. Whoa, black line. Okay. Oh! Lost it. Try it again. I'm gonna get it ready. Maybe this way is better. I'll go slower. Go hit it. So we tried it out. It works pretty good, much better than it did when I bought it. I think that a Team Associated should just up the KV, up the motor they put in. You should have sensor motors definitely for drag racing. That's actually much more controllable now. The Diff Oil I don't think is thick enough. I think maybe I'll put some putty in. That should stiffen them up even more. I had trouble seeing. It's very dark down there. I don't have any GPS results because GPS doesn't work down there either. So it's nice that it was a wider space. The floor is quite dusty and there are a couple water hazards and different bumps. So not the most ideal place, but I think a more successful run than the first video. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more wrenching, more tinkering around, tell me in the comments. I'll film more. I play, build, work on RC cars pretty often, several times a week. So I just don't usually film it. But maybe I will in the future if you like it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. You know the drill. All right. Till next time.